That's not scary.
Picking up initiative tech nearby, from above us.
I see it. Up on that piece with the scaffolding.
It's slippery, but there's a great view!
Who'd be crazy enough to carry heavy equipment up there?
Detecting above normal radiation levels.
Oh, dang it.
Ascent is go.
Leaving Atmo.
Oh, well.
All clear.
I wanted to go get that memory block now that I know what it looks like. Oh, well. I can always land again.
Ryder, Lexi was looking for you.
Let's see. What development can I do? I thought you could upgrade it. Was it this one that I... It's the semi-automatic sniper. Shotgun.
Ryder, when
We
you
call
close a
this
minute,
the
stop by
research
the
room.
med bay.
You can run research projects and coordinate with the Nexus from here.
How am I offline?
I'm in the armory.
Pathfinder, help me with something? I know, not exactly standard. Gotta make the space comfortable. Plus, the fabric diffuses the charge from an overclocked Omni blade. Not giving up a 6% boost, right?
Someone brought this to Andromeda?
It was new when we left. It's been a hard year. So, finally time for that beer? And after 2 years and a dozen suspensions, I took a lateral promotion out of the force. Being a cop just didn't fit. But crisis response? Digging people out of trouble? That worked. I bet Hustle followed you into your peace actions. Think about your Alliance days much?
Tell me about your group.
Heavy Urban Search Terrain 1? Earth's contribution to a multi-species disaster response unit. HUST-1, but Hustle looks much better on the patch. All civilians, retired vets, or shits like me. I was fiercely bearded. Tastes better just thinking about those days.
I wanted adventure and mystery at the edge of known space. There was so much to see. Seems like a long time ago.
600 years, give or take. So, Pathfinder. Why Andromeda?
That blunt, huh?
That blunt.
I'm looking for moments like this with people like you.
Sorry, guys aren't my thing. But good to know I'm universal. Still an answer, though. Something far from home. I get it.
Back at you, Costa. Why'd you come?
I want to say I'm running from my past, but really running from myself. That'd be a great story. But it's bullshit. I had family, friends, a good enough job, nothing was wrong. I just heard about the initiative and I believed in it. I believed in a new beginning. Still do. I have to. We're in it.
We can't go back. But we're not trapped by decisions a galaxy behind us.
I don't feel trapped. We came from a good place for good reasons. We keep that in mind, it'll steer us right, just like back in Crisis Response. Remember the essentials. A new start guided by the Pathfinder. And team. I'll bust my tail to make that a good story.
Okay, so that's where he is. Is that Cora?
Oh, hey, Pathfinder.
Ovitra.
The Pathfinder's there? Let me say hi.
Fine, but don't embarrass me. Ryder, this is Sid, my sister. Sid, Ryder.
Let me guess. Little sister?
Who are you calling little?
Look, kiddo, gotta go.
Wait, Ryder, I just wanted to know if...
So I know it feels like I just jumped aboard your ship without explanation.
I would have done the same just to get off the Nexus.
That's not why I came. Sure, I want to explore the galaxy, but I'm really here to work. I know everyone on the crew, even the actuators Gil prefers for the ship. Better, I know how to get my hands on them. With me around, your crew's going to be at their best. We've been failing for months, Ryder. Now that we have you, we have a chance out here.
We need people with skills, and it sounds like you've got many. Welcome aboard.
Yep, making deals to get the things you want, shooting at the things you don't. That's me. We all have a personal stake in this. If it keeps going the way it's been, we're all dead. I should track down a lead for Gil's actuators. Back channels, you know. We'll chat later?
Okay, so that's where she is.
These are the Pathfinder's quarters. Your quarters. Sam's router is down there too.
Hello, Scott. It is interesting to be renewed.
How do you mean?
Since my creation, I have been Alec Ryder's Sam. Now, I am your Sam. I am still myself, but now the input and experiences I have are completely new. I will develop in a new direction. The term reincarnation seems appropriate.
Are you okay with changing who you're becoming?
I cannot know until I see the result. I look forward to our continued partnership.
Is it confusing to be in multiple places, talking to different people?
My awareness can be partitioned, so I can give you the same attention as, say, a SAM node technician. In the field, you are my primary focus, and all other requests are queued. In the vernacular, you have my undivided attention.
Are you still on the Hyperion?
Yes, this terminal provides a direct link to my servers in SAM node on the Ark. I can maintain a presence on the Tempest via quantum entanglement communication.
I'm sure that'll come in handy.
It ensures I remain in touch with you and the Pathfinder team at all times.
What was Dad's take on me and Sarah?
He believed your family trials brought you closer together, and hoped that would endure. It appears that hope was well-founded.
So if we're going to work together, you might notice I like to joke around sometimes. Lighten things up. How's your sense of humor, Sam?
Alec Ryder encouraged me to develop this skill.
Humor's not a skill, it's... Okay, try telling me a joke.
A neutron enters a bar and asks, "How much is a drink?" The bartender replies, "For you, no charge."
I can see why Dad told you to keep working on your humor. Thanks, Sam. Nothing more.
Most of the crew bunks in here. Cozy, huh? But your room's got more of a view.
You're not Harry.
The blue give it away? Habitat 7 was a little more action-packed than Harry bargained for. He decided to spend his retirement years on the Hyperion looking after your sister.
Happy to have you, Dr. DePero.
I'll do my best. Now, hold still.
Ow!
Sorry.
I remember you having a gentler touch.
Still trying to get my bearings. Thought I'd be waking up colonists, not taking care of the Pathfinder.
I couldn't be in better hands.
I just stabbed you.
We all have off days.
I always hoped to work in the field, but everything's happening so quickly.
Focus on the positive. It helps.
I guess this is my opportunity to study alien species firsthand. Getting a Ket specimen aboard the Hyperion would be difficult, but here...
What?
A Ket corpse. For autopsy, a live subject would be better, but I'm not greedy.
Why do you care about the Ket?
Harry didn't tell you? I'm a specialist in alien anatomy. My thesis on Krogan virility and aggression is what got me in the initiative.
Anatomist? Physician? That's quite the resume.
I'm also a licensed psychologist. 275 years has given me plenty of time to branch out. But we were discussing the Ket. An autopsy could teach us potential weaknesses, average lifespan.
Right.
Just something to think about. Sam, make sure the Pathfinder eats his vegetables.
What a bitch. Crew quarters. Pathfinder quarters, the galley.
We haven't really spoken since orientation, have we?
It's all been so hectic. But I'm sure things will quiet down soon. Can't be worse than the Nexus. Glad you stopped by. You'll pardon me if I keep an eye on our vector?
That's probably smart.
Nothing like being on the bridge of your very own ship, is there?
I could stand here and drink in that view all day.
When I was test piloting the ship back home, I often did. Of course, it took a whole team to build the Tempest. I was the only one to come to Helios, though.
Why did you?
What can I say? We poured our hearts into a ship that wouldn't realize her potential until Andromeda. I could have stood on the shore and waved goodbye, or took the leap to see how it all turned out.
I get it. Like leaving a good story half finished.
The team liked that one of us was going. It felt right after all we went through. I remember Serena debugging line 2281 over and over, chewing that green pencil. Tion and O'Connell arguing equations, tapping on the console, 3 drips of coffee on the corner.
You remember all that?
Oh, yes. Solarians have photographic memories, and apparently mine's unusually sharp. Like my past is still happening. Though I suppose with the Solarian arc missing, you might not get many chances to compare.
Did you hear anything about the Ark back in the Nexus?
Not a peep. Isn't that strange? You'd think there'd be something. Not that I dislike your company, but it's lonely without other Solarians.
Cheer up, Callow. We'll always have Director Tan.
That snide little bureaucrat? All the more reason to find the others. I should get back to it, but thank you. I was afraid the Tempest would be mothballed after we lost your father. We built her for this. She deserves to be in a Pathfinder's hands. Please, come by any time.
Ah, Pathfinder. It's so wonderful to meet you. I'm Dr. Suvi Anwar, assigned to act as liaison between your crew and the Nexus science team.
What do you mean, liaison? Are you gonna tell on me?
Of course not. Not interested in politics. I advise only on the science. I've studied all the planetary scans. I've even had some hands-on experience with Helios soil samples. If you want, I'll send you my analysis on the native bacteria and microfauna. 60 pages.
Will this be useful to my mission?
It's extraordinary what we can learn from Dirt's profile, what lived and died here, how our own planets might fare. Anyway, I've waited months to get out there to see Helios. It's why I joined the initiative. The Milky Way was just a corner of a vast universe, a corner of a tiny corner. We're the ones who got to step out of that corner. It's incredible.
I guarded a mass relay for some time. I always wanted to see the other side.
I totally know what you mean.
So will you be joining us on missions?
Oh, that's funny. Me, out there, with the guns and the danger and everything.
I'm good with guns and danger. I could teach you, and make sure you're okay out there.
I appreciate the offer, but I'm happy where I am. Tinkering in labs. And, in case you offered hoping to get to know me better, that's not gonna work. I mean, I prefer to keep things professional.
I understand completely.
Anyway, I've just received some instructions from the science team, and I really should go over them. Later, then.
Bitch. You don't shut down the Pathfinder. Pathfinder shuts down you. Okay, so that's the docking bay.
Nice place you found.
Clean air, plants, helps me think.
Something on your mind?
Maybe.
Your biotics always do that when you're maybe stressed?
I got it. I'm good. I don't normally lose it like that. A huntress should have better control.
Huntress?
Another term for an Asari commando. I was one, before the initiative. Some things stick, though. Like losing the old man.
There's a lot of loss going around. Dad, the Golden Worlds.
A friend and mentor who trained you to be a Pathfinder. I said I wouldn't get in the way. And I meant it. But I prepped for years as your father's second. Then he chooses you.
An untrained Pathfinder and all this mess to fix? The hell was he thinking?
Is this going to be a problem, Cora?
I don't want a rival. Just answers. It's done. Best I can do now is be your second. Keep your father's mission alive. Then maybe we'll all get what we came out here for.
You, me, side by side? I like that.
Don't be charming when I'm mad at you.
Are you? You're not glowing. Blushing, maybe.
Look, there's still the mission. A lot of dreams to fulfill.
So what brought you out to Andromeda?
Biotics like this. Thinking like an Asari huntress. I never had a place. Best I could be was a useful freak. The initiative was meant to be different. Will be different if this mission succeeds. So I'm seeing it through. It's quiet in here. I can keep the plants watered while I work. First job, see if there's any news on the Asari Ark. If they made it, we could use some Asari expertise. If you want to talk, I'll be here.
Okay, so that's where she is. So welcome, Cora. And you just successfully hit on her. So there's that. Alright. That's the research shit.
Our tech lab is an engineer's dream. It's perfect for any delicate technical work.
That's the tech lab. Now she said Sam was below me. Wait, no, I just fucking came from here. She said Sam's core is below you. So if I want to go below, where the fuck was I at? Wait, no. It was right here. Open up, you fucking door. Okay.
Pathfinder, making the rounds. Slumming it, huh? Want to see how the riffraff are making out?
Hey, it's a dirty job. Are you the riffraff spokesman?
King, actually. You might want to bow. Otherwise, no telling what might fall off the Nomad when you're out there.
I'll take my chances. Just want to see how things are going with the ship.
I can coax more out of this baby than some might think, but we shouldn't go too far or push too hard between Nexus stops. For now. It just feels good to be stretching our wings, you know? Locked in idle too long, you start to drift. People, same as ships. Stuck on the Nexus, gotta say, I was regretting joining the initiative.
Seems like life back there was pretty bleak.
Not gonna lie, it sucked. I tend to live the way I work. Kind of feel it, do it. Not a lot of close ties. No real sense of purpose. Figured maybe I'd find my true calling in Andromeda. Then I got here and, oops, I just made a decision there's no turning back from. I was going nuts on that station. You can't know how jazzed I was when you showed up.
We're exploring this cluster, eventually the galaxy. If your purpose is here, we'll find it.
Then the question will be, what will I do with it? In the meantime, you just keep pointing this ship wherever you want it to go, and I'll make sure she can get there. Deal?
Deal.
Okay. So this is where Gil's at. Okay. Is where the fuck is Sam? Oh, so either way you get to him from here. That's kind of dumb. Alright. Is that Sam's routers down there? Med bay, crew quarters, bathroom, the galley, Pathfinder. Now you told me though I could fucking get to Sam's router. You bastards. Because it's saying it's below me. Because you tell me I'm on path with it. Then I go here. And I'm in here. But then you say it's down. You show me there's stairs up. Then you tell me it's down.
Screen. Coordinating. Path is calm.
Okay. Where's that fucking... This shit looks awesome.
Sam? What was that?
An eidetic trigger, related to your father, and the portions of my memory array he locked.
What triggered it?
Alec tied it to your progression as Pathfinder, not to a location. Puzzling as it may be, my programming is clear. Locating more of these triggers will unlock the memories. One of your father's memories is now accessible. Return to Sam Node on the Hyperion to investigate further.
That was pretty fucking cool. Okay. Too bad that thing doesn't have cannons. Like the fucking, Mako or whatever it was from that original Mass Effect. Excuse me.
Nice. Let's get to a research station, see what we've got.
Wow. Alexa, give me my flash briefing.
Here's Christopher's flash briefing. In BBC News from TuneIn.
BBC News with Jonathan Izard. The US Secretary of State Rex Tillerson has said his country's top priority in the Middle East is the defeat of the Islamic State group. He was addressing foreign ministers from the 68 countries that make up the US-led coalition against the Islamic State group. They're meeting in Washington for the first time since 2014. In the Syrian province of Raqqa, US military helicopters have airlifted allied rebel forces behind Islamic State lines to lead an assault on a dam on the Euphrates River. The Pentagon said American warplanes and artillery have been deployed to support the operation by the Syrian Democratic Forces to retake the strategic dam upstream from the city of Raqqa. The International Committee of the Red Cross has warned that mass starvation could take hold in Yemen and Somalia within months. It said conflict and drought meant there was only between 3 and 4 months to avoid what it called the worst-case scenario. The German government has approved a bill that will quash the convictions of 50,000 men convicted of homosexual acts under a 19th century law. The bill envisages compensating people for convictions they received and for time spent in jail. Germany's new president, Frank-Walter Steinmeier, has warned his Turkish counterpart, Recep Tayyip Erdogan, that he risks destroying everything his country has achieved in recent years. Ankara has repeatedly accused Germany and the Netherlands of using Nazi tactics to bar Turkish ministers from rallying support among Turkish expatriates ahead of a referendum. Ukraine's security service has barred Russia's contestant for this year's Eurovision Song Contest from entering the country. It's banned Yulia Samoylova for 3 years for what it describes as an illegal visit to Crimea, which Russia annexed from Ukraine in 2014. A Russian deputy foreign minister described the decision as cynical and inhumane. The United Nations Children's Agency UNICEF has condemned the practice of Cambodian women selling breast milk for profit. The Cambodian authorities earlier halted breast milk exports by a US-based company. BBC News.
In NPR News from TuneIn.
Live from NPR News in Culver City, California, I'm Dwayne Brown. President Trump's Supreme Court nominee is facing more questions this morning from the Senate Judiciary Committee on his third day before the panel. Republicans are confident Judge Neil Gorsuch will win confirmation despite opposition from many Democrats. Gorsuch told California Senator Dianne Feinstein a good judge starts with precedent and defines originalism as understanding the words lawmakers have written.
So when it comes to equal protection of the laws, for example, it matters not a whit that some of the drafters of the 14th Amendment were racists, because they were, or sexist, because they were. The law they drafted promises equal protection of the laws to all persons. That's what they wrote.
The first committee vote on Gorsuch's nomination is expected to come in early April. The White House says President Trump will travel to Brussels in late May for his first NATO summit. As NPR's Frank Langford reports from London, Trump has been a tough critic of NATO, and many in Brussels wonder how much he values the military defense alliance.
In a statement, the White House said the president plans to, quote, reaffirm our strong commitment to NATO. He'll also press NATO members to spend more on their military, in line with NATO targets. In fact, only 5 of the alliance's 28 members spend the required 2% of their GDP on defense. Europe will be watching the Brussels meeting very closely to try to determine how much the president really supports the alliance in an era when Vladimir Putin's Russia has become increasingly aggressive. After meeting German Chancellor Angela Merkel last week, Trump tweeted that Germany owes vast sums of money to NATO, which the Germans said was false and a mischaracterization of NATO spending requirements. Frank Langford, NPR News, London.
The city of Los Angeles is defying President Trump's mass deportation efforts by beefing up protections for people living in the U.S. illegally. Danielle Carson reports Mayor Eric Garcetti is forbidding city employees to cooperate with immigration enforcement agents. That includes the police department.
According to the LAPD, reporting crimes in the Latino population has dropped this year by larger numbers than in any other ethnic group. So city officials are trying to reassure communities that officers aren't allowed to ask about the immigration status of a crime victim or witness. Police Chief Charlie Beck says any chance to build trust with the police would be lost if officers act as agents of the federal government.
We don't care what color your skin is, where your parents come from, or what language you speak. We are your police department.
President Trump has threatened to cut off federal funds to so-called sanctuary cities, including LA, in his proposed budget. For NPR News, I'm Danielle Carson in Los Angeles.
The former head of the New England Compounding Center was found not guilty this morning of murder charges stemming from a 2012 meningitis outbreak that killed 64 people. You're listening to NPR. The lawyer for the family of the Russian whistleblower whose death in a Moscow prison caused a rift in U.S.-Russian relations has been critically injured in Moscow. From the Russian capital, Charles Maines reports.
Lawyer Nikolai Gorokhov is said to have suffered severe head injuries after falling from the window of his fourth-floor apartment while helping lift a hot tub into the building. The incident comes just a day before Gorokhov was to appear in a Moscow appeals court to represent the family of Sergei Magnitsky. Magnitsky died in prison 8 years ago after uncovering a $230 million tax fraud scheme involving Russian state officials. Magnitsky's death sparked international outrage and passage of the so-called Magnitsky Act in the U.S. The 2012 law imposed travel bans and banking sanctions on Russian officials implicated in human rights abuses. It also infuriated Russian President Vladimir Putin. The Kremlin slapped its own blacklist on some U.S. officials, as well as a ban on adoption of Russian children by American families. For NPR News, I'm Charles Maines in Moscow.
Federal regulators have approved the first new drug in a decade for Parkinson's disease. The chronic neurological disorder causes tremors and movement difficulties. The FDA approved Xadago for use when a patient's regular medicines aren't working well. The pill was tested for a year in 2 studies that included 100 patients taking a standard treatment. The FDA says adding Xadago decreased periods with troubling symptoms such as involuntary muscle movement. I'm Dwayne Brown, NPR News.
In weather. Right now in Colorado Springs, it's 38 degrees with intermittent clouds. Throughout the day, you can expect more of the same, with a high of 71 degrees and a low of 43 degrees. That's all from your flash briefing.
Radiation levels increasing.
Alexa, who is the voice of Sam in Mass Effect Andromeda?
I wasn't able to understand the question I heard.
Mostly what you learn the hard way. But hey, now you're here.
Watch out.
Radiation within safe levels.
More remnant bots. These ones don't seem hostile.
Took them apart.
It appears to reconfigure panels that rise from the floor.
That could come in handy. Lexi.
Remnant encryption detected at this console.
That's pretty cool now that I understand how these work.
Well, you did it.
I detect no additional glyphs in the area.
Okay.
Interface failed, Pathfinder. Defense systems engaging.
There's the last of them.
Interface failed, Pathfinder. Defense systems engaging.
Got it.
That did... whatever that did. I see pathways lighting up all over. The monoliths are resonating. QEC contact?
Well, whatever's happening, they're definitely connecting.
You did good. Keep doing more.
Ket dropship.
Seriously? Can't catch a break.
Hey, bitch.
Is it just me? Or do Kets seem to appear everywhere we find remnant tech?
I was just thinking the same thing.
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface. The first colonists sent audio logs about these regions back to the Nexus.
And?
Fairwinds Basin. Lowest radiation count in the area. Little bit of hope.
It is calmer. Notice that?
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface. Pathfinder, I advise caution. Remnant activity may be hostile.
One down. Nice shot.
Activating automated forward station deployment. Mining zones in this region are available, Pathfinder. I've added them to your nav system. Life support is back online. Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
Monoliths are online and connected to something in the lake. This could be the master switch we're looking for.
I'll meet you there. Don't do anything without me.
Excellent. clothes for that. I actually like it.
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
That's right, you can't jump in water.
Nice shot.
Enemies! Speed bump!
We're all clear.
Nice work. Look there. Coming out of the lake.
Tech's underground, too? Let's see.
It's opening up.
I see a door. Come on!
Whoa, it's forming a bridge.
Let's find out how solid it is.
No. No, this can't be right. All that fanfare for an empty room? There's some secret here. There must be. Do your Pathfinder thing.
There's my Pathfinder
Oh, you're good.
I didn't do a thing.
That's a long way down. Can't tell how far.
That can't be air pressure. Electrostatic? Ah, Gravitation. Oh, you idiot, PB. That wasn't the front door. This is.
I'll let you know.
Hey! Acting like a gravity well.
But where's it taking us?
Embrace the unknown, Ryder. Now this is more like it.
Looks like a bunker. Or a vault?
Whatever you call it. The controls for that atmosphere processor might be down here somewhere.
Let's find out.
Anything could be important. Let's be thorough.
Not what we're looking for, but worth getting a record.
Watch your fingers. There might be traps.
I'm not detecting any.
I've made that mistake before.
Well, if the Remnant aren't using it,
I think that gravity well works in reverse, too.
then we have a way out.
You're not leaving already, are you?
Not until we find those processor controls. Only minimal power. I don't think it triggered the atmosphere processor, but...
Pathfinder, a conduit beneath the floor just activated. Fluid is running through it. It could be generating emergency power. Your scanner will have more details.
No signs of any cat. Maybe they can't get into the vault.
You can. That'll get their attention.
Lucky me. I see the conduit, Sam. Whatever it is, it leads out of the room.
Phrase recovered. Must read to access. This console links to surface facilities.
Then it must control the atmosphere processor.
No glyphs. It looks dead, or locked down, like most of this place.
The fluid conduit leads to this console and further into the vault.
So if we follow that conduit, it might lead to the system lockdown.
Shouldn't it be warmer this deep underground?
These data pattern things are incredible. If I'm right, each one can hold hundreds of zettabytes. There are whole species who get by with less.
Minor corruption detected. The pattern suggests significant data present, but it cannot be accessed.
So far down, I can't even see the top of the well. Wow. I really was just scratching the surface. Another gravity well, and that's new.
What is it?
A symbol of authority? A key? It's easy to speculate with Remnant, but we need more facts. I'll see what I can find on this beauty. Maybe over this way.
Whatever has this place on lockdown is that way.
I do my best work solo. You fix up the vault, I'll investigate the relic, and together we'll figure this place out.
Not a bad idea. We'll cover twice the ground.
See? I knew you were smart. I'm on frequency 145.8. Stay safe.
It can't be too risky for her with everything turned off, right?
This gravity well's sealed off. No way through.
Incidentally, a gravity well is the gravitational effect of a large mass in space. This is more accurately a well with variable gravity.
Keep a note for our sorry friend. And for when we try to explain all this.
Comm check. It's... well, you know who.
We read you, baby. Stay in touch. They dug this place through solid rock.
Look up there. Must be how they kept it from collapsing.
Changing positions.
Looks like a blast shield. That might be handy. Whoa. What's that liquid?
Unable to classify.
The only way through is down towards it.
An unknown alloy and other materials. The composition resembles omnigel.
Maybe that's the fluid in the conduit. So whatever that liquid is, they need a whole aqueduct of it.
Make that 2 aqueducts, at least. I just crossed one.
I keep thinking someone's watching us.
Let's stay focused. We can worry after we find the system lockdown. Remnant!
Careful! Don't fall in that liquid! It burns through your shield. Found that out the hard way.
Use the pillars for cover! Ah, watch yourself, it burns. Gravity well's sealed off. No way through.
Incidentally, a gravity well is the gravitational effect of a large acid space. This is more accurately a well with variable gravity.
Keep a note for our sorry friend. And for when we try to explain all this.
Comm check. It's... well, you know who.
We read you, PB. Stay in touch. They dug this place through solid rock.
Look up there. Must be how they kept it from collapsing.
Whoa. What's that liquid?
Unable to classify.
The only way through is down towards it.
An unknown alloy and other materials. The composition resembles omnigel.
Maybe that's the fluid in the conduit. Looks like a blast shield. That might be handy.
I keep thinking someone's watching us.
Let's stay focused. We can worry after we find some. Remnant!
Careful! Don't fall in that liquid! It burns through your shield. Found that out the hard way.
Use the pillars for cover!
Hostiles down!
My God.
All this for an atmosphere processor? What is this place?
Another aqueduct. This liquid is everywhere.
If it really is like Omnigel, that fluid could be what's keeping this place going.
What are those pyramids? They must be huge.
We've got company. More remnants.
Watch the edges!
Got it. Eyes up.
let them get above us.
Keep up the pressure. We're almost through. Some things down here work, and some don't.
Perhaps to direct and assist manual reactivation of the vault, or to mislead intruders.
Great. Is that a good idea?
Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
It would take years to tunnel a place this big.
And good reasons to build it.
That's one way to let her rip. The atmosphere processor we found before didn't need all these steps. Dad just interfaced with it directly.
Let's not.
Direct intervention was necessary in that case, but clearly unwise.
Look how high it is. Might be another gravity well. The conduit splits and goes through each of those devices.
Interfacing may complete the circuit and allow the well to open.
That gets us to the system lockdown. Let's try. Better safe than sorry. Take them out! Well sealed. Damn. Maybe we can use the conduit for emergency power, same as before.
You're sure this well isn't going to open up under us?
Pretty sure. Focus on the remnant.
This device appears defensive in nature.
Let's hit both those consoles and complete the circuit. Device is online and makes a shield. At least it's friendly.
Layers and layers of defenses. If they're defenses.
Power restored to the gravity well. The conduit leads down. Conduit fluid pressure is variable. There could be activity below.
Then let's dig deeper.
Barely any dust. How old is this place?
Unknown. Radiation counts indicate the vault has been offline for several hundred years.
So around the time that they left.
That can't be a coincidence. Maybe the Scourge is why all this tech was abandoned. Crap. The conduit sprang a leak.
Right over the console. If you try interfacing, you'll burn your hands off.
And no fluid means no power. Damn it. Maybe that's why those devices up above were turned off. We're not turning back now. There has to be some way to fix the leak.
Ryder! Up here! What happened? I can't get any doors to work.
The conduit's breached.
Hey, wait! The observers were using weird laser frequencies to fix a broken wall back there. I can send the frequencies to your Omni tool. Maybe they can patch up the conduit?
And received. I'll give him a shot. The system's responding to those frequencies. Just a patch job, but it should hold.
Nice work! If it's fixed, that console should work now.
Looks like it worked.
There's even a bridge! You're a pal, Ryder.
Where are you going?
We've got to be close to the system lockdown by now. First one gets the glory.
We'll catch up. Let's see if we powered up a way out of here. A gauntlet. Maybe a hand tool.
Our scientists will love it either way.
Will you look at that?
Nowhere to go but down.
Looks like they didn't want anyone getting through here easy.
Watch your step. It's still a long drop. Wait, plants? All the way down here?
That's strange.
No sunlight, no water. They should all be dead.
The planet's a wasteland, but maybe they're just hardy.
The source of the system lockdown may yield more information. We appear to be close.
Glad I didn't eat a big breakfast.
Shut up, Cora.
Company! The right way. Observers coming up at us!
Armor hydraulics compensating.
Oh, that bit's slippery.
We've got a path to... Whoa!
Let's go in that way. There's the console.
Too far, even for jump jets.
Come to Andromeda, walk on air.
Oops, so it's right there.
Feel that? This whole platform's resonating with something. We must be close. No question. This is the heart of them all.
I've never seen anything like it.
All conduits converge here, Pathfinder.
That must be the lockdown console.
Any thoughts, Sam?
Unknown. Though it appears related to the lockdown, an in-depth study may reveal its purpose. The system lockdown is disabled. The vault and the atmosphere processor should return to full operation.
Ryder, you fixed the lockdown, didn't you?
The whole place is lighting up. Power readings are off the chart. Really off the chart.
But if it's back online, we should be good.
Ryder.
Go!
Where do we unleash?
Phoebe, get back to the entrance now!
I saw it! What is that thing?
Don't risk it, just go! Watch out! Vents!
Faster! Don't let it catch us!
Too far to jump. Got another bridge?
It would be wise to escape, Ryder.
I know, Sam!
Sam reminds me of Edie.
Keep running!
Another gravity well!
We don't know where it goes!
It goes away from here, we're taking it! It's still coming!
Sweeping the whole vault! Kills anything in its way!
Yeah, like us!
So hopefully it clears the radiation in the atmosphere.
That's the door to the entrance! Almost there! The barrier's gone!
You want that thing? Grab it quick!
We're almost clear. Where are you? Hello? Phoebe? Go! Go, go, go!
Ah, it's right on our heels!
Run, PB, run!
Get to the gravity well!
Shit, it's sealed! Try to get something under it!
Console is attempting surface reconnection.
Come on!
Vault restart is now complete.
So what, it was getting rid of all the... what?
That was... Talk about a rush.
Nothing like outrunning death.
Or reactivating a huge mysterious vault. Nice going.
Atmosphere processor is online. Recovering lost console activity.
Is that the Helios cluster?
Yeah. There we are. That's Eos.
Something happened. Because we restarted the system?
If that light is us, then all these points could be vaults in other worlds. Dormant like this one.
Maybe. But why is there a whole network of them? What's all this for?
Unless the builders show up to explain themselves, all we've got is guesswork. So far, we've seen bots, living plants, atmosphere processors.
I once did supply runs for a council team that was seeding some ice planet's atmosphere, trying to melt the ice caps.
To help with support life.
That first processor we saw was making things worse, but maybe it malfunctioned.
Is that what these builders were trying to do? Make worlds habitable? Even terraform a whole cluster?
Hey, look there. That's different. Maybe it's active? We've got to go see.
Sam?
Extrapolating. These coordinates lie beyond the space we have currently surveyed, Pathfinder.
Mark it on our charts. We need more to go on. Let's head up to the surface. I could use some fresh air. Look at that sky.
How? No atmosphere processor works that fast.
If this effect is representative, Pathfinder, air and moisture patterns will show noticeable improvement. Eos could support an outpost.
A foothold. That's all we need. Just enough to begin. This remnant technology could be the key to our survival, if we can control it.
It changes whole planet. Let's go slow.
We've got a lead. Sam marked it on the charts down there. That site is active, whatever it is. Who knows what we'll find there.
We? You want to come along?
I want to know what makes the Remnant tick. You've got a key to their technology. Or a crowbar, at least.
Welcome aboard. We'll get you a fancy job title to go over your bunk.
I only need a footlocker. Datapad, toothbrush, clean underwear, that'll do. I'll catch up with you.
Well, this will be interesting.
So we removed the radiation. Did we? I like that better, but this one more too.
You have already logged an ideal site. Nav point noted. Updating Tempest.
The Nexus is on pins and needles, Ryder. Pods are inbound and ready.
Let's go make it happen.
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
Hostiles ahead!
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
I'm not real romantic about road hazards. Interesting rocks are just as bad for the Nomad.
Got them all. Let's do this!
If the Remnant in there are active, we should take them out.
Through.
Detecting radiation damage. My sensors read a mineral not found in my database, Pathfinder.
That's something we can scan for Chief Lucan?
It would improve his geophysics VI considerably.
It's weird to think that if we pull this off, everything we're looking at could change.
I liked this.
Fighting a Krogan.
Is that... Drac?
Detected. Above normal radiation levels.
Ryder, about time you joined the party.
Radiation levels within acceptable limits.
Think I made them angry. Good. That's it, kid. Keep it up. Good one. Color me impressed. Nice. 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 That fight was fun.
You're telling me?
You could really handle yourself, kid. And I hear you're the one to thank for clearing up the sky. Had your number all wrong.
You're not so bad yourself, old man. Maybe we should work together after all.
This fight was pretty good, but you're still Nexus and green as a Drell. Still, something tells me you've got potential. Be ashamed to waste that. I mean, just point me to your ship and try to keep up.
This is where we'll build our new outpost. A real beginning.
Prepping deployment order. You must choose what purpose this new outpost will serve.
The Nexus doesn't get a say?
Resources are at a crisis point. Protocol states this judgment call falls to the Pathfinder. With current supplies, you could build a military outpost, focusing on defense and militia training. Alternatively, a scientific outpost could advance the initiative's research and discoveries.
What do you think? Military outpost or scientific?
I say scientific. Aren't we here to explore?
I say military. There's too many threats out here.
Be advised that the first outpost placed by a Pathfinder will be a statement in itself. Fair or not, your choice will represent the initiative and its intentions in Andromeda. Consider carefully.
Prioritize research and discovery. That's our foundation. And our future.
Orders prepped. Ready on your signal.
Though if I did the militia, that would have been better too. But can't win.
Andromeda Initiative, this is Ryder. Pathfinder.
EOS is ready for deployment.
Copy that. Outpost block inbound. And ready as hell. August Bradley, operational head for this block. Mayor now, I suppose. We're ready to make the most of what you delivered.
I feel like I should toss you the keys. Be nice. It's been through a lot.
Understood. Prodromos. That's what we're calling her.
They're eager. I haven't seen eager for months. EOS is far from golden. But now it's a producer. A real and reasonable first step. They think you did the impossible. The Nexus. I warned them, hoping was irresponsible. You proved me wrong, Pathfinder.
I appreciate your candor. We're all on the same side.
I wouldn't go that far. The Reality Rider? You bought us time. But one outpost on a long-shot planet won't stop us from starving. You already have a lead on something else?
The nav point from the vault.
Now it gets complicated. The others are ready to officially sanction your efforts, to be a part of your success. We all want the initiative to succeed, but after failing for so long, no one agrees on how to do it. Be aware, that's all.
Watch out for everyone. But not you, right? You're genuine.
I know what I came here to be. Talk to Bradley. Later, we'll go over the extended job of Pathfinder. Until then, Tan's waiting on the Nexus.
Bitch.
Someone left a warning. Looks like a work crew thinks they can take control of the remnant.
That's an incredibly bad idea.
Work crew rosters are posted publicly.
The datapad mentioned Medbay. A little work, we could find where to catch up with them.
Really hope all those scientists will be safe out here.
We came to explore and learn. That's who we are.
Already getting requests from the Prodromos labs.
You haven't got a fuel cell, have you? The quartermaster says there's plenty, but she would. Wait. Oh, shit, you're the Pathfinder. Sorry, no one said VIPs were coming by.
I'm just Ryder. Nice to meet you.
Likewise. I'm Fox, Chief Engineer for Prodromos. Anything you need, ask away.
What brought you all the way to Andromeda?
There's a colony back home you've never heard of. Viridis. It failed. Hard. I grew up there watching things fall apart. When I left, I got into infrastructure, civil engineering. Boring stuff unless you've ever lived without it. I wanted to do Viridis right, I guess. And the initiative was my best chance.
Hey, you told me you wanted to sleep for a little bit so you can go to the gym. So your time for a little bit is up. We have dishes that we have to do, then we can go to the gym. If you're not going to the gym, go back to sleep.
What are the other outpost staff like?
Like Connor, you mean? She's pretty fun when you get to know her. Just don't get to know her over a poker game. Trust me.
What do you do here?
My team gets things going. Water, power, communications, everything a civilization needs. Well, not laws or a constitution, but it's easier to concentrate on those when you got a flushing toilet.
What do you think about your new home?
First impressions? We've got water, clear skies for solar power, plants to farm. The Remnants are a wild card, but Bradley says you have them covered. It'll take work, no question, but I think EOS is really going to be something.
Fox.
Have a good one.
Work rosters. That data pad mentioned the name Jennings. Here, Axel Jennings. Assigned to set up weather monitoring devices all over the desert. Too many locations to check them all. We need to narrow it down.
I hear you're to thank for our physics-defying atmospheric processor.
That's me. I'm Ryder.
Haley Abrams, Director of Scientific Research on EOS, and writer of papers that start what the hell weather. But, new galaxy, new world, and a really new start. Gotta keep up. How can I help you?
What kind of research are you working on?
Your basic first in scientific work, soil, water, atmospherics, plus studying remnant tech, because now I need to understand that to survive here.
Activating that vault changed the planet. Anything to worry about?
Considering it's world-altering technology we've never encountered before, I hope not. But the storms show no signs of returning, and I know who to contact for remnant tech support. I'll take it.
What do you make of Lieutenant Bradley?
Determined as hell, and he has incredible faith in us to get this done. Bradley would carry this outpost on his back if he had to, and we'll make sure he never has to.
I've got to go.
Keep up the good work.
Pathfinder? Mind giving me your opinion on this? I'm planning classes for our first school, when we have one. Some say we shouldn't teach Milky Way history. All irrelevant now, apparently.
We were all shaped by that history. Our children deserve to know how and why.
Agreed. Maybe you'll change a few minds. Thanks for stopping.
Pathfinder, Major Domo Evan Bell Scott. I have headaches so you don't have to. Rather, so Bradley doesn't have to. I've also coordinated with your Ket expert. He wanted me to remind you to find him.
I didn't assign a Ket expert to Prodromos.
But he's a hell of a self-motivator. Here's the nav anyway. Precision is important.
How did you come to the initiative?
Like many, I was lost and looking for a purpose. That sounds loftier than it felt at the time. I was an insufferable ass. The training for the trip was probably enough to cure me of it. But I always took things too far. Didn't know how to stop alienating people until I was the alien. See? Still insufferable.
Sounds like you left some interesting circumstances.
I miss the family, and maybe they miss me. But that doesn't mean I'd go back. I mean, we can't, but still. I like where I came from. It's a great place to be from. Know what I mean?
I know exactly how you feel. Couldn't wait to be from somewhere.
Like a bullet leaves a gun. Sometimes you just gotta go.
Where'd you launch out of?
The pale blue dot, Terra Prime. Big old boring Earth. I miss that wet dog smell after the first snow melts. I don't know why. What about you? Miss anything?
Things were easier. So much already built. We get to do it all again, for good or bad, I guess.
Better get it right.
Another time.
Of course.
definitely treated wounds caused by a remnant. That datapad said the work crew tried to control them.
Sand particles were removed from the wound. Analyzing. Comparing with locations from the work roster, it's likely the injury occurred near a monolith.
Let's go.
August said you might swing by. Ryder, yes? Dr. Ramirez. Run the clinic here on EOS. Much better than life as an Alliance medic.
Good to meet you.
I'll guess you're not here for a checkup. How can I help you?
Why did you join the Andromeda Initiative?
I served in the Alliance as a medic, but say I saw one Batarian slave raid too many. I knew August, Bradley, and when he signed on to the initiative, suggested I consider it. This seemed like a better frontier.
What's it like living in our first successful outpost?
It's early days, but promising. Everyone pitches in, everyone matters. We know we'll make this work.
What's the latest from your clinic?
Usual checkups for first-in colonies. Just a few cases of dehydration and some blindness. Nothing serious.
What do you think of Bradley?
I've known him for years. Was the squad medic when he was injured, and we kept in touch after his discharge. He's a smart fellow, a good lieutenant, but a better mayor. And it bugs him when I call him August. So I restrict myself to 2 or 3 times a day.
I'll leave you to it.
Come back anytime. Preferably unhurt.
Well, I thought that's what I already do, Ramirez. Ramirez. How did I get up here? Oh, there's actually a legit walkway. I feel like an idiot. What dickhead needs to know here?
Gotta stop listening to every rumor that comes in.
Radiation levels have spiked, Pathfinder. Pathfinder, This area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
No sign of that work crew, but someone left their gear behind. Wait, I've got an open comm channel.
Easy money. What's the electrical charge built?
Lexi, found another colonist.
So many. All right, send me their information.
I think that's Cat Tech. Stay alert.
Got a bit sloppy in that last fight. Sierra would be scolding me for bad technique.
She taught you just fine. You don't need hand-holding.
Just wish I felt steadier out here. All these new challenges.
We're making it through. Sometimes that's all you need.
Hostiles ahead! Got them all.
Remnant ahead. Don't let your guard down.
I'm not real romantic about road hazards. Interesting rocks are just as bad for the Nomad.
Help us! Please!
Great timing. Thanks for the assist.
Your experiment with the Remnant didn't work out.
Okay, who squealed? Gasparic? Yeah, I bet. These Remnant could plow our fields, protect us from the Ket. You control them, why shouldn't we?
How many people need to get hurt before you stop this?
Pathfinder's got a point, Jennings.
Fine. But you can't protect us all the time, Pathfinder. Out here, we need every edge we can get.
Ascent is go.
Leaving Atmo. All clear.
Alexa, play Throw Some D's by Rich Boy.
Throw Some D's, album version, explicit, by Rich Boy. I used to think about
Before the meeting gets started, I have bunk assignments for PB and Drac.
You know, like,
Already put
do
my
you love
rucksack
me?
in the kitchen.
Do you want me? Are you gonna call me like you said you would? Is this really your real phone number?
Alexa,
Fantastic.
can you pause
Welcome
that?
aboard. Any thoughts, Ryder?
We're adventurers. Whatever makes the squad comfortable is okay with me. Let's talk about our success on Eos. Besides establishing our first viable outpost, we did some amazing things. We discovered the Remnant and breached their vault.
And didn't get killed.
Overcame radiation poisoning a number of times.
And didn't die.
Confronted by Ket at every turn.
Once again, did not get killed.
You guys really need to raise the bar on what you call success.
Yeah, should we use the Krogan definition of success that got your homeworld nuked by your own people?
Fair enough.
Let's focus. Back to the task at hand. Looking forward.
Exactly. Here's my only question. When do we hit that next vault? It looked active. We have to get on that.
Hang on, hang on. We need to not go off half-cocked.
There are initiative priorities. The team calls the shots.
Actually, the Pathfinder calls the shots, just to be clear.
What do you need from us, Ryder?
Let's be kind and give each other the benefit of the doubt. Finding a home for tens of thousands in this hellscape is stressful enough without adding dysfunction.
You got it, boss.
If Krogan are known for one thing, it's getting along.
But not humility or self-awareness.
Okay, let's head back to the Nexus. PB, Drac, see Lexi for a physical. Good meeting, everyone.
Oh, that's because I'm not the freaking thing. There I go.
Drac, I'm working with Vectra to track down prosthetic gel and those other items we discussed. Nothing for me. My favorite Lexi. What? No.
Messing with that vault feels like early brain surgery. Just poke.
As long as it helps us to live here, I don't care how the vault's doing it.
I prefer tech with more exposure. Long time no chat. What's up?
Seems like we have a good group here.
Well, Veteran and Suvi are my girls. Get along well. Lots of mutual respect. PB's a real spark plug. I like her, but she's exhausting. And Drac's my kind of guy. Brash. Takes no shit. As far as your Hyperion peeps go, Doc's kind of nosy. Liam's good for a laugh or two. Cora, she's a bit by the book for me.
By the book keeps us alive.
Hey, variety's the spice of life, right? Different strokes makes for healthy debate.
What about Callum?
He's a pilot.
Which means...
he flies the ship.
We're leaving it at that, then?
Does a Pathfinder know what to do with a dead end?
Good talking to you, Gil.
Anytime.
I don't fucking need a lift, bitch. Okay, so Liam's not in there. Probably in the crew quarters. Oh. Vitra is right there.
Terraforming, Atmo processors, gravity wells, life-destroying murder bubbles. We really had no idea what Helios was about, did we?
If we knew what it was all about, it wouldn't be an adventure. It would just be moving. And everyone hates moving. Just the packing alone, ugh.
Point taken. I'm just saying. I really hope you have a plan, Ryder.
The plan's the same. We find a home. Whatever that takes.
Keep that drive. Makes me believe we can make it. I mean, we have to make it. The alternative is not even worth thinking about.
You were on the Nexus when the revolt happened?
When you promise people golden worlds and all they get are wastelands and a death cloud, they riot. Some wanted to go home, some demanded answers, and a couple just wanted to stir shit up.
And you?
Some days I wondered if the exiles had a point. Maybe we were conned into coming here. But why would the Initiative go to all this trouble just to screw us over? The thing about conning people, you always know something they don't. And that's why the con works. And if I'm going to pick a side, I'm picking the liars.
You talked about your back channels. What did you mean?
We brought a lot from home. Some of it marked initiative, some of it in personal caches. Most things you want, someone's got. You just have to figure out who, and what they're willing to take in exchange.
It can't be that simple.
Oh, but it is. Most things are simple once you know the trick to them.
Have anyone else here with you? Besides Sid?
No, just me and Sid. It's always been just the two of us.
No, I mean, someone special.
Special? Oh. You mean like... Oh. No, nothing like that. Who has time? What about you?
Anywhere's gonna feel empty if you don't have someone to share it with.
A romantic? I wasn't expecting that. Then again, the entire idea of leaving everything you know for a chance at something new is kind of romantic. Anyway.
How did you hear of the Andromeda initiative?
Short answer, Cash. She was looking for some experimental ship mods, and I knew how to track them down. I thought it was a one-time deal, but she came back. Once, twice. Eventually I figured out something was going on, something big with creds behind it. I asked and she told me about the initiative. New galaxy, new home. Couldn't pass that up.
You probably have work to do. We can chat later.
You know where to find me.
There's my man.
Prodromos. Sounds good, doesn't it? We started Pathfinder. A new life. That is goddamn brilliant.
We barely covered how you joined. Tell me something about yourself.
Alright, I was a bad student, piss poor cop, great responder. Had a good life, but it'd all been done. I wasn't looking to start over. I wanted to start big.
You were a cop, then crisis response? Couldn't have been long in either.
Didn't have the patience for law, so I figured enforcement. Dad knew it didn't fit before I did. But it got me into hustle. They mostly take vets and retired service. Best years of my life.
You found your place. Not everyone gets that.
I knew it. Glad for it every day. And that led me here.
Tell me about your family.
I miss the hell out of them. Some nights you just cry, right? That's the thing everyone does. Mom Joelle, Dad Calvin. Both lawyers. Met on the Citadel, settled on Earth. No brothers or sisters. That might have been too much to leave. It was traditional. How about you?
Traditional is a weird term for family. Like normal. Who's that describe?
Suppose you're right. I sure didn't keep the tradition. I said goodbye to my mum and dad and got on a ship to Andromeda.
We'll talk later.
I know it. Talk to me.
Just wondering what you think of how I'm doing at the job.
I'm committed to the initiative. You're Pathfinder. It's as simple as it gets.
We'll talk later.
I know it.